Today, Strava have released what they're claiming to be the biggest app update on the platform for 2021. Now, that's a big claim, so let's dig into the details. Now, before digging into those details, what you need to know is the two new features you're going to see today are for Strava Mobile only. You'll see it on here, you won't see it here on Strava Web. Kicking off with segment suggestions. Now, that's available for subscribers over on the Maps tab. And if we scroll up on that, we can see 6 new ways to discover new places, visit new spots, or push ourselves a little harder. Now, going through each of those, visit popular spots, so a sample of the most popular segments in the area that you have selected. Noting you don't need to be in just your general area where your GPS has locked in. You can scroll around to anywhere in the world. So if you're going on holiday, you can zoom into there and pre-plan all your rides. So it's visit popular spots. Discover new places, so popular segments in the area you're looking at that you haven't matched any rides to or runs. Break your record, so segments where you're close to beating your personal record. Climb the leaderboard, so segments where you're close to getting into the top 10 on the leaderboard, or maybe even the KOM. Go for a workout, find nearby tracks where you can do intervals or training where most people do their workouts or record a workout with their head units on. And finally, become a legend, so segments where you're close to becoming the local legend. Okay, digging further into those, visit popular spots, we'll click on that one. For the general area here in my hometown of Ballarat. Now there's a lot going on there and it's given me a ton of climbs. You can see there, Buninyong Nationals KOM, Bunning Nationals KOM. There's a reason for that, is because that's where they hold the Australian National Road Race Champs, and there's been, 7,000 athletes with 68,000 total efforts. So that's going to be the top of the list of popular spots around this town. Now, one cool thing about these new features is the filter set you see along the top there also work. So let's go popular spots. Let's make it dirt. That's all the rage. Let's go any distance. Let's make it longer than 5Ks. 5K dirt, and there we go. You can see the filters working and it's suggesting different rides there. Quite a few mountain bike rides are now coming up for the suggested popular spots there using the filters along the top. I'll switch over now to discover new places, so segments that I haven't matched any activities on, and it's going to give me a few little places where I haven't ridden yet. There's one out the road there, some gravel that I haven't done to the back of Beaufort, which might be worth checking out, so I can just click on that, see the details and dig into the segment and plan my next ride around that. So that's segments that I haven't done. Breaking my record now, there's nothing much in that area. Let's zoom back out and go over to Bright, where I was the other week in the high country. How close was I? Mansfield? No, wrong range. Here we go. Aha, and you can see the filters are already kicking in straight away. So dirt greater than 5Ks. Yeah, let's leave it as that. So they're the climbs that I did the other day too. So I climbed Mount Porpunka on the gravel bike, and I knew that route was there because Dr. Stephen Lane had ridden it, and I just copied one of his rides. If I hadn't seen his ride, I could have just pulled this up, well, with this new feature, and discovered that there is a solid climb and find out that it really was 15 kilometers long. That was an absolute beast of a climb. Climb the leaderboard is another one we'll dig into, and there's a little route here called the corner of Churchill and Moses Road to Wandie, Wooden Bridge and back. Now this is the Tour of Bright time trial, and this is going to give me an indication of where I am on the leaderboard, so I can try and break that. So let's go and have a look at my personal best on there, my efforts. And surprise, surprise, Jack Haig has me by 1 second back in 2012 on this. So that's interesting to know. Jack Haig might be a name you've heard of before, currently racing the Criterium de Dauphiné. So I'll give him that 1 second. That's okay, Jack, you can have that. I'm happy in retirement now. Backing out of that menu, I don't think I'll be pushing anywhere near that anytime soon. As you can see, there's a lot of clicking through these, but I'm getting some more information about the routes that I've done and also routes that I haven't done. Go for a workout in the Bright area. It'll tell me where people have recorded workouts. Quite a few options there. What you'll find is longer stretches of road, most likely uninterrupted road there too if people are doing longer workouts. And become a local legend. These ones are a bit meh because all it's going to do is tell you that you've got 4 efforts to go. The local legend has 5 efforts, so I've ridden that just once. Another one is the local legend has 3 efforts. You've got 3 efforts to go to equal the local legend. So becoming a local legend isn't too hard. You can probably ride around the block 3 times and take that crown. So there's a quick overview of the Discover New Routes, or what they call segment suggestions within the mobile app, which is launched today. Remembering the most powerful part of that are the filters along the top. Again, I guarantee you it's going to pull up the Mount Buffalo climb. If we do a bigger climb filter, we go out. I'm just going to put it to the test here in real time. Bigger climbs greater than 8Ks, and there we go, Mount Buffalo Climb. We can also scroll around with those filters still on, the Mount Hotham Beast, and over to the back of Falls Creek there. And if you've done the 3 Peaks Challenge, you'll know what WTF Corner looks like and feels like. That's the climb that starts right there on the corner out of that river and into the ascent back to Falls Creek. Okay, backing out of that, that's pretty much the overview of the 6 new options there for subscribers under the Maps tab. Remembering the true power is to use those filters so you can get the segment that you're after, be it either dirt, road, climb, short climb, or whatever you're looking for. Okay, on to feature number 2 released from today. And I think this is going to be quite popular, but not as popular as what it could have been, or maybe in the future with a few updates. These are called group challenges, or more accurately, private group challenges. This is what Strava are calling a flagship product. For me, it's a bit of a canoe, not quite a flagship just yet. If this functionality was enabled for clubs, it then would be at full sale, and I'd call it a flagship product. The details on this are as follows. Again, it's mobile only, so you'll see none of this functionality, features, or details, or updates, or anything on the web at this point in time. The group challenges are created by individual Strava users. You then can only invite your friends to join the challenge, so you've got to do that manually, and there are a few limitations on that. Strava have provided all the details on this, which I'll go top to bottom because this is quite a technical one and they do cover absolutely everything here. So I'll run through this before creating my own challenge to show you what it's all about. So group challenges are Strava's new flagship canoe product, enabling athletes to create challenges and compete with friends. So small scale at the moment. Group challenges are located in the Groups tab of the Strava mobile app. So yep, we are there and there it is on screen. Once invited, athletes must accept the invitation to join and participate in the challenge. Athletes can only invite athletes who follow them. So the groups aren't a club. The groups are created for the challenge only. So the Llama Army Club isn't used at all here. It's Shane Miller GPLama, my individual account, that will spin up a group and offer a challenge to some of my followers. Well, a maximum of 24. That's the next thing on the list here. Challenge creators can choose a challenge goal and create a group competition with a maximum of 25 athletes. So that's myself and 24 others using one of the competition formats below. So most activities, so you can set a goal for time, distance, elevation gain or lost. The goal establishes a milestone for the group to reach in order to complete the challenge. So challenges, as you know them, fastest effort, average pace across a specific distance via running, virtual running, wheelchair, etc. All sports supported by Strava, which is 32 in total, are eligible for group challenges. Athletes, well, I guess group administrators, myself, can select which sports count towards the group challenge. And I can select multiple too. So cycling outdoors, cycling indoors, running, rowing, cross-country skiing, etc. The minimum number of days for a challenge is between 1 and 365, so you can have a challenge last an entire year. Activities must be set to either public or followers only, so they can be counted towards these challenges. If you set something to private, it remains private and won't contribute to the leaderboards of these challenges. Challenge creators can name their challenge and provide a description. The description is an optional field. Photos uploaded with participants' activities are shown on the carousel along the top, so you can check out what people are up to. And finally here, the full experience is available to subscribers. Non-subscribers or Strava free users can participate or create up to 3 group challenges before being prompted to subscribe to the service. There is a lot to digest there, but in a nutshell, individuals can create their own little challenge groups and invite people who follow them to participate in those, up to 24 plus themselves, and all of that is available only on mobile. So let's have a look at that in action. I've already joined one, I've already created one, I'll dive into those in a moment, but if I was to create a group challenge, we can hit plus on that. Let's go for most activity, we'll go time, let's aim for 10 hours, next. And from here I can select we can go ride, run, walk, canoe, and where's virtual cycling? We've got to have that there. Virtual run and virtual run, let's add those. Okay, that's my challenge. Start date, let's kick it off today. End date, let's end this one when September ends. Green Day reference, if anybody's playing the long game. Wake me up. See what it's doing? Anyhow, okay, when September ends, create name, 10 hours. We'll put there's a llama there, cool. Just the 10. We are done there, create. Okay, so from here I can invite athletes, only people who follow me. We can do that by hitting the Invite Athletes bar or hitting the plus. And hitting the plus again, and we'll go to Veronica Mičić, invite. Now Veronica will get an email and also get an alert within the app to sign up for this. She's now pending. We'll see if Veronica accepts that before I finish recording this video. And from there, I can check my effort. So I've got 119 days left until September ends, and I've done absolutely zero on that. Nothing's contributed. And there's the leaderboard there that will be populated once people start joining. Now from the main menu, the three dots at the top allow us to set the ability for participants to invite others along to the challenge. So if Veronica wanted to invite her friends along to the challenge, up to 24 or 23 now, she will be able to do that. Now it's not clear whether they need to be following me or following Veronica to join. I guess this is something we'll find out. This is only a few hours old and difficult for me to test. I can't find someone to add that I don't want to annoy with spam who's not following me. You know how it goes. Let me know in the comments below if you invite a friend who invites someone else who, as I said, it gets a bit complicated, but the option is there to use. And there we go. So that's it. That's how easy it is to set up a challenge, private group challenge for that. Let's have a look at a challenge that Des has set up. And surprise, surprise, Des is currently leading that because he's already done the work. If I click on Des's activity, Des has gone for a ride for 57 Ks. For an hour 44. So Des has completed his own challenge. Well done, Des. I'll put a link in the description below over to Des's channel. Be sure to subscribe there too. Back here, and another one that I created today was just called a 1 hour move. Julie C's already done 33 minutes of that, so she's more than halfway. And you can see in the top there, along the carousel they call it, I'm guessing that's a ride somewhere in Watopia. So there's my overview of group challenges on the Strava mobile app, or I'd more accurately call them private friend challenges. Look, I really love this new functionality. I think it is fantastic. It's going to encourage people to run, ride, hike, just do more and be more active, which is a good thing. But the limitations being friends only, being 25 people, and being invite only are going to put a dampener on this functionality being widely used. I likely won't use it beyond showing you how it works today. This functionality, in my opinion, really needs to roll out to clubs on Strava. It needs to be unlimited participants, so thousands of people can participate. It needs to be opt-in from the user point of view rather than the creator pulling people in manually. And it needs to also be on the web. So it's as easy as clicking a button when you're surfing the web in between doing other work, which you should be doing anyway. Limiting this to just the mobile, I think this is a stepping stone for Strava to be rolling out everything I've just spoken about into clubs, and I hope that happens sooner rather than later. A discussion for another day and an absolute can of worms would be how that would then compete with the existing commercial partnerships that Strava have that we see as part of the existing challenges with commercial entities now. Having said that, I'm all for the user and all for the local club being able to do their own thing and encouraging people to get on Strava to use it more, again, being more active. But let's see what Strava do in the future with this functionality. In the meantime, I suggest joining the Llama Army Strava Club. I will link below to this club. And fingers crossed, we can set some challenges very soon. Okay, with that, we'll wrap this one up for today. Thanks for watching this one. Hopefully you found that informative. Let us know what you think of this new functionality in the comments below. Is it Strava's biggest update in 2021? Or should there be more? Stay tuned.